So we have Philip making the announcement, and then Nancy, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna. Philip just asked me like.
okay.
Then Nancy, yeah. Thank you.
There it's me, you, and then our meeting sponsor, Hero, and Frank.
Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong side because I was there last month. We had too many speakers last month, and I was confused on where I was sitting.
I know, yeah, we have 3 speakers, 3 co-speakers.
Yeah, so you're right there.
Yeah. We typically do with we'll video capture the presentation behind as you speak over it. We put it on our YouTube page. So if there's nothing sensitive or
most of the stuff I pulled off of the internet.
Perfect. So gotcha.
Okay.
It's just I can you just use the arrow. Yeah, we don't have like a click or anything like that. I mean, I have a mouse, but
This audio is for y'all, and this is for the speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to go first, so
At least I'm not
watch the rest of us do it for a couple times.
And it could be more often. I know, and I have to remind myself like I'm at just in case something goes. I can't just like do this. Yeah, exactly. I have to at least look away. Don't go sit and text with the whole room.
Ray going on too.
I haven't seen her today.
So we're working with you guys under a separate contract for construction materials testing. I don't know why it was was each game shooting an email every now and let me know when you decide what you want to test, so I can decide when. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm trying Good to see you.
And you'll be seated right next to Frank right there. And he'll be sitting next to you.
No, he won't be sitting up here. Were you proud of that? So, that was there? got about 10 minutes. Oh man.
You try and cram in all your food before
No, I just wait.
talking? Oh, you eat it.
Because I started at noon and then I eat after everyone stops. Basically. Oops.
The salad dressing looks exactly like
Yeah. It looks like hot sauce.
I'll like put a little bit.
Well, you can put whatever Mi Cocina and stuff. They put salsa on the salad sometimes.
Like a taco salad.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, is this what she meant? Like,
I guess, yeah.
there's no.
No bread and chips and salsa. I don't know how we're gonna all share a basket of chips.
So when I was at that mobile gala, I had no idea the Dallas Streetcar Project was one of the awards.
One of the top 5, yeah.
Really cool.
Right.
They didn't win though.
No. But they're with the San Diego water supply thing or something.
Yeah, and they made so many damn jokes. The team that went up.
Did they? You're like, haha, enough.
This is the best damn engineer I've ever met.
Did you see that newscaster? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was telling him that at the local gala I went to in DC, the project that won, like the most outstanding one or whatever, it was this damn project in San Diego, and I was telling him when they were up there,
This is you right here.
the damn jokes they could put in.
Oh my gosh. There was a newscaster, maybe he was leaving or something.
with Marcus Smith and Cooper.
Video, and this
We're,
news anchor just deadpan.
Regional for mostly Texas. We have
They had the David
also,
Weir
Alfred has a really old card stuck on the wall.
Just implement it.
We're a multidisciplinary architecture and engineering. It's awesome. I mostly focus on solid laser projects, but yeah, we do here. Like we did to schools.
I don't know mechanically, he knew if there was kids, just be interested.
That was the only part of it. I've been in this code a while.
Rigged harmless slide and like made a text box over the time. It's at 8 a.m. This is good. Yeah, so I like put 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Just made a big white text box over the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're saying
Yes, that's what I was like. Oh, I'll just go in there and edit the text. Oh, it's an image.
sweet Photoshop.
She brought her campaign sign with
For you, had a mixer acting up on me, so I switched it out.
No problem.
You ready for next month?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. I'll be younger member month, so I'll be perfect. No, it'll be the same. It's just like it'll be the same thing.
I'll make sure I'm down for
As a meeting.
You grow, how do you say it? It'll make sure.
Check 1 2, 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 check.
Still part of the main branch, the operations.
Check.
We do it best. Yeah, like I've noticed some branches, like the younger member group, like they do their own meetings, they do their own events. Yeah, it's almost like it's two separate branches at the same time. Let's see what the agenda says.
Huh? Well, Ashley's not here.
Oh, so he's taking it.
Ashley's not, yeah.
Okay, you be here then.
There was Gary. So did he bring?
Gary's right there, Frank.
Huh? Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, here she is. Okay, never mind. You don't get to sit here anymore.
You just got it.
You've been relieved.
Check 1 2.
Okay.
We were trying to replace you. Thanks, Mark.
The voice talker. Do I have to say anything to them?
Yep, that's you. Wait, is she
I won't call you Bert now.
Is she going to talk about that golf tournament? Is she a golf tournament announcement?
You can. Do you want to give a golf tournament announcement or a fundraising announcement or anything?
Yeah.
I know we didn't really have anything on there. You don't have to.
Yeah, okay.
So no.
I'll have to think of something to say first and then.
Don't. Then we'll just say no.
Because I definitely don't have anything.
I don't know, look at the top right.
Yeah, you're over there on the end. Yes, sir, Farnham. Thanks, Gary.
Tasting. Did you guys do?
I got like 2 drinks in. I was waiting to eat till after we started. It didn't start now. There's too much talking. Yeah, chips. Yeah, the sauce over there. Yeah, one of those boats. I don't know where you're supposed to put it though.
I'm taking our registration deadline is 2 days.
Check.
Like a classic.
There's this big wave 3 years ago, a couple months. Thankfully, I did now we're going to get first race. Gallery, I think our actually that's my process. I think we're taking editors and all that stuff. So we don't have to find anything that I
The hedgehog's at the head table too.
I gotta get a picture of him with that. I sent some of the ones from the DFW airport. Yeah, to ASU National. I really liked it.
Cool. Yeah, it's all his cameos on all those pictures.
I need to borrow him one day from Marvel and take it to Sea Club.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place too.
not getting tied into right now.
Time to get rolling. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. We'll go ahead and get started with our main lunch program. First, I'd like to introduce those of us who are seated up here at the head table. To my far left, your right, Ms. Ashlyn Kelbley, our program chair. To her right, Mr. Duane Milligan of TxDOT, our main program speaker. To his right, Saeed of Fugro, our meeting sponsor. And to my right, Mr. Jonathan Brower, our branch director. Ashley Cronister, our fundraising chair. Lisa Wolf, the branch secretary. And Mr. Gary Drayton, our technical director. With that, would you please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. I'll welcome Jonathan Brower to give our invocation.
Please bow your head and join me in a moment of prayer. Oh Lord, we love you. We thank you that we are created in your image and that we have been given dominion over your creation. We ask for patience and wisdom as we use our natural abilities in a way that is well-pleasing to you, whether that be at home or at work. Lord, we love you, and it's in your name that we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Jonathan. And today we just have a few brief announcements. First off, I'd like to remind everybody that the Dallas branch scholarship applications are currently out and available on the website. They are due back by the end of April, and any graduating high school senior who is entering into a civil engineering program who lives in our 11-county area is open to being considered for the receipt of one of those scholarships. We typically award 2 to 3 scholarships totaling about $10,000, so that can be some very real money for somebody. Also coming up in about a month is our Dallas branch golf tournament benefiting the scholarship fund. So if you'd like to help us out and contribute to that scholarship fund by either playing or sponsoring, there's still plenty of opportunity left there. And one more final announcement, I'd like to invite Nancy Klein to the podium.
Sure. Hi, I just wanted to say real quickly that ASCE society level elections are May 1st to June 1st. There's 2 president-elect candidates that are up for election. Their names are Guna and Robin. A few of us, Mark Boyd and Bud Bean and I and Sean and some of the people that are active in the national level could familiarize you with them. We also have one Region 6 governor for Texas, Tim Newton, who is up for election. So paper ballots are available for those that don't want to vote online by contacting Patty Jones, or if you ask me, I'll help you. The easiest way to vote, it's much simpler than last year, is log on to ASCE.org, and there's a vote button. And you pick the vote button, and you can vote. So please, it's been simplified a lot more over last year, and we welcome y'all's questions and hope you vote. Speaking of elections, I'm running for school board trustee in Carrollton Farmers Branch again. I'm one of the incumbents people want to see gone, but I hope that those that I've contacted in Carrollton Farmers Branch will please vote for me, and I challenge other civil engineers to run for office. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. And with that, at this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Saeed from Fugro, our meeting sponsor, to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon. Athar Saeed, representing Fugro. First of all, thank you to ASCE for giving us the pleasure of the privilege of sponsoring this event. So thank you very much. I won't take a lot of time. I know that we have Mr. Milligan has a nice presentation for us. Fugro is not an unknown quantity to most of the attendees here. We have the pleasure of working with most of you. For the benefits of people who don't know about Fugro, I would just keep it simple by saying that we are the world's largest integrator of geotechnical survey, subsea, and geosciences data. And we provide those services worldwide. In the Metroplex with our 2 offices, one in Dallas and Fort Worth, we concentrate on transportation studies and geotechnical studies for vertical as well as horizontal infrastructure. I'll be around here after our meeting if somebody wants to meet and have any questions or something, but with that I won't stay between you and the next part of our program. Thank you.
All right. And as our honored guest, he also gets the opportunity to draw one, and then we'll do a second one.
All right.
Okay, we have 0472050. 2050 for the last 4.
Going once.
There he is. Looks like we have Amazon or Target today. Perfect. That's right. All right. The second and last ticket for the Amazon gift card, 0472025. 2025. Right here. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we still have plenty of time to enjoy your meal and socialize, so we'll get back and start the presentation here shortly. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. I was expecting it to.
Yeah, sometimes we have to get 10 minutes with Thank you, Philip.
You ever sit down and say, don't worry, I'm just like, while you're talking, I got 3 others to
Oh, no, that's great. So, I'm fine with that.
It'll be up there.
I wasn't worried.
They buy extra tickets. I mean, it's just honest. You can do it online before. But as far as here,
So does Fugro get involved with
would be nice.
celebration of angel geotechnical engineers?
You don't have to look into it. I've done it before. Yeah.
We have a square. I mean, I can do like anything else. Before we start that's Andre and the treasurer. I know we have at least 2, but I've used it even longer. Or then also like I would it's much more when I need that support with the geotechnical investigation, geology, slope stability, things like that.
Ah, sí. Creo que Mari ya lo trae.
Executive Director.
I'll just have the Texas section officers stand. How about that? Oh, okay, the executive director and the officers.
Maybe 2 sentences.
We have, it's been probably a year. I can't remember the last time we did. I think last year we did have the executive director of the airport come and talk. Things are always changing, so it's a good person to have. Every other year, yeah. Every motion, forget about looking at maybe having a team, maybe anything else. So, work with the new Dallas City manager. And since the Dallas bond was I get Jordan Irving primarily at the moment. Just been expanding their local capacity. But our other guys in my office, we do a lot of church religious facilities, and we're also working on City of Frisco's new senior activity center. The prime architect on that one. Not sure what level of design is, but it's probably somewhere in the 40% design phase. I've been kind of struggling a little bit.
Because I had already signed up for
I used to use Mike Triplett. He was in Kleinfelder for many years. Now he's at Nicholas. When he left Kleinfelder, he stopped using them. We tried just testing laboratory ETTL, and had kind of mixed results there.
like we have to
Sure. That's good.
I stayed at the Holiday Inn.
It might be
there's a lot of when I was checking in, like I would like
I know I'm right now. I just don't remember.
We're pretty our office here in Dallas is fairly new. We've only been open here about a year and a half. We haven't been here very long, maybe almost 2 years. We're in Frisco. We're in the hall. We're in the hall office part. They're kind of by the new Cowboys star. Yes. It's like either or the tollway. Sure. Right, yeah. I think we have in our office now, I'm trying to think of the engineers. We have, on the civil, we have a structural, we have another site civil, we have VIT, and a missing side. We have a water wastewater guy who works out of his house. We have about 12 people total. About half engineers and landscape. Yeah, even if it's just a 30-minute or an hour meeting. So did DFW want y'all three on the team, or did they select their DFW separate? Okay, right. As the project you developed out there.
Right, so right now it's a lot of materials testing, observation.
He had it, so it's time to scale
All right, I hope you've all enjoyed your lunch so far. I just want to take a minute before we get to our main speaker presentation. I'd like to take just a minute before we get started to recognize the Texas Section leadership we have in the House. The Texas Section Governance Committee was here meeting at the hotel today, and if you're one of those Texas Section leaders, if you could please rise and let us recognize you for just a minute. Thank you very much, and just momentarily we'll get started with our main presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to go ahead and introduce our head speaker today. Duane Milligan, PE, currently serves as the Director of Construction for TxDOT's Dallas District. He has a bachelor and master's degrees of civil engineering from UT Austin and University of Houston, respectively. Duane began his career with TxDOT in 2003 as an engineering assistant in the district's bridge design section, where he managed the State Highway 161 West Extension project. He then moved to the district's East Dallas area office, where he managed multiple construction projects, including the Woodall-Rogers Deck Park project and the Woodall-Rogers Extension project, which incorporated the construction of the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. In April 2013, Duane began managing the Dallas Horseshoe project, which was the first design-build project to be undertaken by TxDOT under the design-build authority as granted by the Texas legislature in 2011. Please help me welcome Duane Milligan.
Well, good afternoon. I just want to say thank y'all for inviting me to come out and speak today. It's an honor to talk to such a large crowd here. So just kind of things I'm going to go over today. Talk just a little bit about the Dallas District, give you some background there. And then I'll be talking about some upcoming projects, go into a little bit of detail on a project that's really important to us in the district, and that's the Southern Gateway project. And then I'll talk about some projects that are kind of out there in the future on the radar for us. So the Dallas District is 7 counties. Within those 7 counties, we have 5 area offices, one in Denton, one in Collin, one in Dallas County. Kaufman and Rockwall counties are combined together as one area office, and Ellis and Navarro are combined as one area office as well. So this is kind of our workload right now. We have 143 current design bid build projects for a total of $2.2 billion, 3 design build contracts for a total of $3 billion, and 25 local let projects for $85 million. So it's pretty busy for us right now. If you're ever looking to see what may be coming up in the future, construction-wise, design-wise, for TxDOT, This website, www.keepitmovingdallas.com, is where you should go. And there's this key projects map that shows you all the projects that are in the pipeline out there. Some are, close to implementation. Some are years away from even getting started, but you can get an idea of kind of the grand plan. If you're looking for work, most of this audience is in the consulting industry, so you probably already know this. But if you go to our website, TxDOT.gov, you click on the business link, and then there's a link for projected consultant projects. And if you click on that, that'll take you to a listing of all the projects we've got coming out. That's design projects, that's CE&I, that's everything. Being that I'm in construction, CE&I is what I get into more often than not, so that's kind of my focus. In here you can find the projects that we're procuring on. There's a link off to the right where you can go and get more details on the specific project. You can actually even pull up plan sets, for instance, on the CE&I projects, and get really familiar with the specifics of that project. So the current CE&I procurements that we have going on right now are on 3 projects: our Lois Stemmons project, our 67 South project, our 377 and 2181 projects in Denton County. I'll go into a little bit more detail on each one of those projects here shortly. We also have an owner verification, testing, and inspection, or OVTI, contract for Southern Gateway that's in procurement right now. I think all 4 of these have been shortlisted, and they're very near to being awarded. So a little bit about our methodology on CE&I. We have a metric that we run usually about every quarter, and we look at each area office's workload. And there's a set number of inspectors per office, and we look at the inspection needs based upon current projects plus all the projects that will be coming up letting in the future. And from that, we determine if the area office is going to have need above the number of inspectors it has. And when they do, that's when we go out and we seek CE&I services. So in the Dallas district, we've typically used the SD type of contract. We think that's kind of mutually beneficial. So you as a consultant know when the project's letting, where it is, what kind of project it is, you know all the details, and you can plan your work around that. And also at TxDOT, we get to evaluate the team that you put together based upon what we know the specifics of the projects are, and kind of select the best team for the job. So I think it's beneficial to all. We also do turnkey projects. So there's only one case that I know of in the district where we're going to do, extension of staff. But on our traditional SD, CE&I jobs, we're doing turnkey, where the consultant will do everything that the area office would normally do. There will be a person, we call it the CE&I manager. There's one in each area office, and their job is to manage the consultant, but also be the oversight on the construction and make sure that the CEI contract is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Generally speaking, we do this on our larger projects where it makes sense and it's economical to bring in somebody. So let's talk about a few projects. The Lois Stemmons project, which goes from Oak Lawn down to I-30 on 35E. The scope there is to construct 4 to 6 lane collector distributor and rebuild the southbound frontage. So the project goals there, if you've ever driven northbound on 35, you know that everybody coming off of Woodall is trying to get over the left, and everybody trying to get to the DNT is trying to move to the right, and there's a huge weed section in there. So what this does is we build this CD road and peel off the DNT traffic before Woodall and eliminate that nasty weed. And hopefully, we're saying that we're going to increase average speeds in the morning peak from 13 miles per hour to 50 miles per hour, which is pretty awesome. That's what our traffic models are telling us, at least. So the schedule, we're anticipated letting this summer and completion by the end of 2019. It's going to be a design bid build, traditional project. And the total cost is $121 million. That's engineering, right-of-way, construction, all included. So here's the existing and proposed section. You can see the only difference between the two is we've got the 2-lane collector distributor built outboard of the main lanes there. The next will be the 67 widening. It's actually phase 2C of Southern Gateway, but it was broke apart as a standalone project. It goes from 20 down to 1382 Beltline in Cedar Hill. We're a pretty basic project. We're just adding a general purpose lane in each direction and also adding some ramp reversals and intersection improvements. So the project goal here is pretty simple. It's to add capacity. It's also a traditional design bid build. It's letting next month with a current construction estimate of $60 million. So here, pretty straightforward, going from 2 GPs in each direction to 3. On US 377, this up in Denton County, it goes from 35E down to south of FM 1830. This is one of our 2-lane rural to 6-lane urban conversions, probably one of the more difficult types of jobs that we undertake. The right-of-ways are pretty tight, and there's a lot of stuff to fit in there. There's also a railroad here. If you notice, up towards the north end of the job, we've got the UPRR to deal with. Noise walls, utilities, project length's about 1.62 miles. We also have the 2181 job in Denton County, which goes from Lillian Miller to 2499 Barrel Strap Road. It's the same thing here, so widening a 2-lane rural to a 6-lane urban divided and adding some left turn lanes. And so obviously the goals here are to increase capacity, reduce congestion. Schedule on this project is to let in August, and we haven't set a completion date on that one yet. It's also a traditional design bid build. Total project cost is $41.7 million with engineering, right-of-way, and construction altogether. So here's the existing section. On the very north end, you've got an urban section there, but it's a 4-lane with a continuous center turn. And then you've got the 2-lane rural to the south. That's all being converted over to a 6-lane urban section. Also, we've got the I-20 frontage roads. This is down from 161 over to Beltline. Basically what we're doing is we're constructing 4 to 6 lane frontage roads and modifying some ramps and some intersections. And this is really a accessibility project. It's a traditional design bid build, and we're planning on letting it in June and beginning construction in the fall. We're looking at about a 3-year timeline, so we'll be finishing up that job in the fall of 2020. And our current construction estimate on that one's $59.4 million. Here's the 2 proposed sections. Basically what we're doing here is we're adding in the frontage roads, 2-lane frontage roads up in the upper left and the lower right 3-lane frontage roads. So I want to talk a little bit about our OBTI methodology. This is going to our design build projects. Traditionally, there's a GEC involved. What we did on our horseshoe project is we had procured a PS&E contract. And then shortly thereafter, we got legislative authority to do design build. And the horseshoe was a perfect example of a design build project. So we wanted to switch over. We weren't able to use our PS&E contract for everything that we needed on our design build project. So we had to go out for the construction aspects and get a separate contract. And so we called that an OBTI contract. This worked really well on the horseshoe, so we're extending that out. We're going to do the same thing on Southern Gateway. The scope is really similar to CE&I. In design build, the contractor has the QA function, and then we have an oversight function as the owner, and that's what this contract does. It's really more focused on materials. There's a quarterly FHWA report that has to be provided, and it's really centered around the materials. And so we're currently procuring the OBTI for Southern Gateway. So now to go into a little bit more detail on Southern Gateway, the project is broken up into two segments, Segment 1 and Segment 2A. Segment 1 runs from where the horseshoe terminated on the south end of Colorado down to the 35-67 split, and 2A goes from the split down to I-20. So the point here is increasing capacity to reduce congestion and also improve safety on some of the design deficiencies that are there existing. Improving mobility and improving system linkage also. So segment 1 is 5.1 miles. It's a full reconstruction, and we're going from 8 general purpose lanes to 10, so an additional GP lane in each direction. We're also reconstructing the 1-lane reversible HOV that's existing today into a two-lane reversible non-tolled managed express lane. It's a lot to say, but what it means is it's a free 2 lanes, just with limited access. So for instance, in the morning, it'll be open, headed in towards downtown. You'll effectively have 7 lanes headed towards downtown in the morning and 7 lanes headed away from downtown in the afternoon. So I think it's a good idea. On segment 2A, here we're adding the reconstructing the existing 2-lane concurrent HOV to a 1-lane reversible non-tolled, and we're also adding a GP lane in each direction on that south piece as well. So here's the proposed section. The top is segment 1. We've got 5 GP lanes in each direction, plus the 2-lane reversible, whatever you want to call it. And on segment 2A, you've got 3 lanes in each, 3 GPs in each direction, and then the 1-lane reversible. So we're procuring it as a design build. We received RFQs, issued the RFQs in May, received 5 qualification statements in June, shortlisted to 3 proposers in August. Those 3 proposers are AGL, which is Archer Western, Granite and Lane, Pegasus Link Constructors, which is Florida and Balfour Beatty, and Southgate, which is Kiewit and Austin Bridge and Road. So this is the procurement timeline. You can see all this is in the past pretty much. May, we issued the RFQs, got QSs in June, issued the RFP in the fall, got environmentally clear, proposals were due in the spring, and now conditional award in spring of 2017. We're actually awarding at this month's commission meeting. and then we'll begin contract negotiations. So the estimate is $626 million for the job. That's inclusive of design, construction, utilities, construction management, QC, QA, just about everything. So I want to talk about just two more projects that are kind of on the radar that'll be coming up soon. Number one is our LBJ East project. It's on 635 from 75 to I-30, and also on I-30 from west of Gus Thomason to east of Galloway. The need is we need to address design safety deficiencies, the existing facility, and of course the congestion that you know is out there on 635. So the purpose is to improve safety and add dedicated toll managed express lanes. Estimated cost of $1.5 billion. So here's the proposed section for that job. We've got, it's a 5225 configuration on all three segments. On the segment from 75 to Royal Miller, it's actually a tolled managed lane, just exactly like the TxPress lanes. But then on from Royal Miller to Centerville Ferguson, it's non-tolled express lanes, so similar to what we're doing on the Southern Gateway project. No toll, no HOV requirement either. And then we've got a transition section where we actually are cantilevering over a little bit there on the very south end. So on the tolled managed lane section, the managed lanes will be open to tolling. It's a possibility. Minimum speeds will be maintained by adjusting the tolls according to the time of day, just like in the TxPress lanes. And HOVs would receive the discount, 50% discount, if they register in advance. On the non-tolled section, there's no toll component, so no guarantee of speed. And you just have fewer entrance and exit ramps that would avoid some congestion in that managed lane. One last project to talk about, and that's the I-30 frontage roads in Rockwall. It's from Bass Pro to west of FM 2642. There we're planning to widen to 8 main lanes in each direction from Bass Pro to 205, and 6 lanes from 205 to 2642. Constructing continuous 6-lane frontage roads from Bass Pro to 205, and construct and reconstruct the continuous 4-lane frontage roads from 205 to west of 2642 or the Hunt County line, and reconstruct the existing interchanges which haven't been reconstructed. If you've driven through that area, you know we've reconstructed several of those interchanges already. Estimated cost on this one is $552 million. So that's all I have for you today. I'd be willing to take any questions. Yes, sir.
I thought that you were taking I-35 south, all the way to 67 and 20 on I-35 also.
Yes, so
Can you repeat the question also?
So the question was, that are we taking 67 all the way from 35 to I-20 in our Southern Gateway project?
I was taking I-35 from 67 to 20.
Okay. So the question is, are we reconstructing I-35 from the 67 split down to I-20? And the answer is no. That is part of the Southern Gateway project, but that portion was not included in the Southern Gateway due to funding constraints. Yes, sir.
The Southern Gate project and adding those lanes, are you going to stay within the existing right-of-way?
The question is, are we staying within the existing right-of-way on Southern Gateway? And the answer is no. We're having to take parcels wasn't just a huge amount. I think is in the neighborhood of 50 or something like that. But not a major right away take, but we did have to take some.
Any plans at all? Did I hear something about decking the part of the 35?
So the question is, are we going to be decking 35? And that is in our procurement for Southern Gateway. There's provisions at various different levels, various different options, but between Marsalis and Ewing, right by the Dallas Zoo, there's the potential for us to provide a deck similar to what you have at Clyde Warren. It would be the infrastructure for the deck, not the amenities and any of that stuff. But depending upon how the bids come in, the bids were turned in here at noon today. And depending upon how that went, we'll know how much deck we can build. Yes, sir.
Are there any sustainability goals for any of these projects, like materials or connectivity or social sustainability goals for any of these projects?
Yeah. So the question is, are there any sustainability goals for the project? And we don't have any specifically stated in our plan, but I know, for instance, the Horseshoe. All of the existing structures that we took down, all that concrete, it was just hauled over to Big City and crushed up, and they were using as base on the job. So it was a very green process, and I think I would expect the same thing on this job, that they would look for areas where they could do things like that. Anything else? All right, well, thank you very much.
All right, so Duane will be up here after the meeting, so you field any more questions you might have, or feel free to come up and introduce yourself. Typically, we do speaker gifts, but as you know, our TxDOT speakers can't accept gifts from us, and so please give Duane one more big round of applause.
Well, thank you for attending. Next month, our meeting will be May 8th. I believe, is that the correct date? Yeah, May 8th, back here at the same place, same time. Next month is also our Younger Members Month, and the meeting will be led by Mr. Jonathan Brower, our branch director, and our Younger Members Committee. So be here and give them a little break when they come up here and work the meeting with everybody. So we'll adjourn it and see you all next month. Thank you for attending. All right, it's all you next month. I won't even be here. So. Oh, okay, I'll be on a cruise. Oh, okay, nice. And that's why it worked out well. My wife booked it, and I was like, that's an ASE day. That's perfect one to book it on. Yeah. It's ASE's. ASE International. Yeah, the ASE Foundation has this big initiative, I guess, where they have these floating around at different locations, and they want local branches to take pictures of getting that and then you send it back. If you look it up, it's ASE Foundation. Bill. His name's Bill. So there's lots of pictures online now of Bill at ASE. It's kind of like a Flat Stanley. Yeah, I got a picture. I took a picture with Frank earlier. You got another card here somewhere. Yeah, for the opportunity. Really, Merc. Yeah, my card. Sure. Yeah, I don't think we're really we're a relatively new office in the Park District of Cooper. Oh, you're in Frisco. What part of Frisco are y'all at? We're in Colorado Springs, right over by the new Dallas Cowboys Star. Wow, that's a good area. But our office has only been here for about almost 2 years now, so we're fairly young.
All right.
We're still.
What kind of work are y'all chasing? What are y'all working on?
We do about half architecture and engineering, split kind of down the middle. So we do a lot of churches and municipal facilities, schools, and I do solid waste landfill work and other solid waste facilities. But company-wide, we do everything from rail, heavy rail, to highways and airports, like that.
So is this your first office in Texas?
No, we're mostly in West Texas. We have about 350 employees total. We're one of the largest, like, still independent, engineering firms left, I guess.
Watch out for e-com, though.
Yeah, right.
We'll definitely stay in touch, and maybe we can visit you.
Yeah, be great.
Have time.
Yeah, next couple of weeks, months, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Speak up and say hi. I'm doing well. Good to see you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. I think they're. No, they're due May 1st. I saw it come across. Question. Sean's over here. The guy in the blue shirt. He's the guy who can answer that question. He's around there. You can go ask him real quick.
The majority of people are all just in this area.
Yeah.
We've got a 3-year grace period. Yeah.